So, welcome back, Sagittarius. This is going to be the monthly reading. I wanted to keep it separate because it is separate. This is a monthly reading. That was the solar eclipse thing was the initiation of what is coming down this month, barreling down to us at the moment. And we did this whole sort of Taurus tower moment. So we're keeping it separate. So this here, you've got the first week, you've got the second week, you've got the third week, and then the fourth week. And this is the overall energy that goes through it. Now, this is it. The choices you have, which is going to be clearing up, it's going to allow you to, as I said, sort of that's with the Six of Swords. So you could be, this is what I'm saying, relying on the people around you to, to help you through difficult times we might be having, but you'll also be helping them. That's the way it works, the two cups. They are intertwined and they're actually feeding the cup of the other. That's the way it goes. When it is unconditional love, you're just giving willingly to the cup of the other person. And this is how it's asking you to express it. So just let go of your feelings and allow them to just flow out across your whole sort of community in whichever respect it is. And doing this will free you up, will make you feel absolutely in a really good way. On the financial sort of side in the first week, you've got that playing smart card. And that's going to be, I think that's going to be playing out all the way through the month. We'll see. But I think it's a case of playing smart in accordance to money. That's what it's all about. And it's maybe this death card here with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant this is his knowledge. So basically every step is something that he's understood in order to get to his wish fulfillment. And he uses it as a process to actually initiate his happiness. That's why he's constantly happy and he doesn't have to go anywhere, because he's done the understanding in order to get to his wish fulfillments. It's almost like a magician that's no longer doing the manifesting, because he just creates it as he needs rather than having to manifest it. And this could be that initial understanding of the closing off of one cycle and moving on to another cycle. We're going to look on the financial sort of side because I like that side. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. So with those new ideas will give you fruit in the second week. You're going to start realizing with this new economy, with this new money or this new way of doing things, you're going to realize that actually you've got a lot of attributes that can bring you in rewards. Financial rewards or business or projects or just possessions and stuff like that. You'll start to realize that actually in the second week you've got a lot going for you. Let's see what's happening on the emotional sort of front. If you do realize that cup is being offered by that world around you, and you start playing that Two of Cups, expressing your emotions, filling the cup of the other person that is around you or the other people that are around you, and just allowing your love to flow, you will have the other side of the coin to the Four of Cups. So everything, I think, is a double-edged sword. It's the yin-yang factor. And if you do initiate it like this, in the second week, you're going to start feeling a lot more secure in the position that you're in regards to relationships that is around you. Let's have a look what's happening in the third week. Ooh, look at that. So, okay, so there is that judgment, which is going to might cause a situation where you're going to have to walk away from like money or ways of doing. It's going to come, the old paradigm might come back up on the surface and kind of, you might have been in a job and they sort of might offer you your job back or something like that. And you're just realizing that business there is not the business of the future. And it's better to probably walk away from that than to actually sort of accept it. It could also be the conflictual side of trying to make money just for making money. And this judgment of calling yourself to your higher being, that's what it's all about. This is what the eclipse is all about. If you're calling to your higher being, you can really understand the idea that some things are worth losing because you're going to free yourself up in order to win a lot. You get the 9 of Swords. Now, a lot of people have been getting this. There's been the 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords, to be honest, in a lot of people. And you do have these two things here. It's about sleepless nights. It says sleepless nights and stuff like that. I think it's more of a case of if you're gonna be secure within yourself, going on that journey. If you're secure within yourself, it's almost in a way you could say, okay, well, I'm fine now. I don't need to go anywhere and I don't need to do anything. But you do have to initiate that journey and that transition, because it's going to last for another sort of 6 months, really. And it may cause you a bit of angst in order to do that. But you know as well as I do, but by that stage, the 3rd week, you've just got to go ahead and do it. And I think that's also plays in from that financial sort of side where you've got the 5 of Swords on that side, which may be affecting that journey slightly. Let's see what the 4th week comes out at. So the Knight of Pentacles, being on that long-term journey. By the end of May, you will know your path, really know your path. And that's when you can follow it blindly. If I knew that I am going to a certain place and it is as straight as a die, I can pretty much walk it without even thinking about it. We've all driven somewhere and got there and kind of going, I don't actually remember doing the journey because I've done that road so many times. And that's what lends the strength to the 2 of Swords as well, of actually having that capacity to believe in what you're doing so you can follow it blindly. Obviously, as I said earlier on, it's a double-edged sword, and that's what the 2 of Swords can be, because it can create doubt within you because you're not looking at everything as you're going forward and making choices. And sometimes you do need to take that bandage off it in order to look at things. But I don't think it's the majority of the case for you. For others, it might well be that sort of case. 10 of Swords. That's the overall energy for the month. So it is walking away from something that was hurting you. So this initial thing that comes through for the eclipse has made you walk away from a way of being, a way of life, because this isn't really about the heart. This is about the energy that's running through you. So it's not a painful thing as such. It's just walking away from something, in this case here, of a way of life that wasn't the best thing for you. So it's good way to sort of, it's goodbye to good riddance to rubbish, as it were. And I think that's the sort of feeling you may be getting, sort of kind of going, you might feel bad because you just kind of sort of saying, I can't believe I lived that. I can't believe I did that. Or I can't believe I was that stupid. We've all been there, we've all been there, and we've all had that moment. And this eclipse seems to be provoking that within you. So it starts off incredibly well. I think it is a case of relying on your community that is around you and on your loved ones and stuff like that. You've got your weeklies coming out. And if you're already subscribed, welcome back to the family meeting, as it were. Lovely to have you back here. If you're not subscribed, welcome to the family. Why not subscribe and click that bell? It'd be lovely to have you here. Okay. So yeah, it's if you trust in that community that is around you, and you allow your love to sort of, or your emotions to flow freely and express itself freely, I think you're going to have a good start, a good foundation to this next sort of 6 months. And it's just a case of holding your nerve, which you have the capacity to do, certainly within the financial world. There's no doubt about it. And it is going to provoke you at some point. So the first month here is all about the Ace of Swords. It's all about swords, this thing. It really is all about swords. Everybody's been getting loads of swords. Page of Swords, sort of 9 of Swords. There's got 7 of Swords twice, 10 of, it's Two of Swords, it's amazing. Amount of Swords. So the Ace of Swords here is starting that initial journey. It is a very much a victory card, but it's a victory that comes from the outside world. So you might feel that this eclipse has actually opened enough doors in order for you to feel a lot better about your future. In the second one, this is in the second month. Once you start getting into this sort of at the end of May, you're going to have to start manifesting your future. And this is what I think you're really going to like this. I think you're going to love this aspect of your life. 10 of Swords. Again, 10 of Wands, sorry. So the third month, because the finality of it all is in October, and the 25th of October, the full eclipse of Scorpio. I think it's a case that realizing that you've been trying to manifest in the second month, it might feel a little bit difficult because you're carrying too much. Don't forget that fair exchange, that filling of the cup of the other, that only happens if they fill your cup. So you need the two sides, and you've got to keep. So in the fourth month, you're going to have that leap of faith. You're going to have to believe in it in order for it to work. You're going to have to believe in it, and we're all going to be tried, and we're going to be tried together. It's going to be interesting, to see how this sort of plans out over the next sort of like weekly readings, over the next things. And then in the fifth month, fortune, things start turning in your favour by the looks of things. And then we get to the Queen of Swords, so then you know exactly where you're going, and we're back to that long road and the Two of Swords, and following your intuition and your initiation blindly because you'll be so sure about yourself. I think you're going to really enjoy this next sort of 6 months, Sagittarius. Absolutely brilliant to have you here. We do a lot of stuff on Instagram. We've got our sister channel where we do energy updates, where I do dowsing of lines and getting the messages from the earth and stuff like that. Get over there, have a look and see what's going down there. There is that tsunami of emotions that are coming down the line at the same time this week. So let's see how that sort of plans and pays out, as it were. In the meantime, Sagittarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.